guys, I'm Cassandra Badzak. Thanks for tuning in for our 11th episode of the Lightmaker series, a video a day in May. And today we're going to be talking about learning how to say no. And this is another late night vlog, if you can't tell. I have got to get better at shooting these guys in the morning so that you guys don't see me right before bed all the time. But whatever works. You guys getting to see me in my little love nook right now. I have a nice little caffeine-free chai with me with almond milk, and I just did a wonderful Kundalini meditation for fearlessness. So I'm fresh off of that and wanting to talk to you a little bit about saying no. So this came up for me big time this past week, over the weekend, and then again today. And sometimes it's really funny because the universe has a way of us getting cocky with things, and we can be really great at telling other people advice, helping them work through it, and we can even think that we've already kind of done the work and figured it out. And sometimes it just comes right creeping back in and shows us that there is a little bit more work to do, that maybe perhaps that bridge wasn't as strong as we thought it was. So that's kind of what happened with me. I know I've learned this lesson before. I have come to this lesson many times back, and have learned it deeper and deeper and deeper inside me each time. And that is that, you know, when we say no to things that don't light us up, we're actually saying a big ass yes to ourselves. We're saying, yes, universe, like, I love myself. I'm doing things that are expansive. I'm ready to listen to the guidance you're giving me. Because when we're saying, this kind of goes along with my video yesterday, but even a little bit farther, whereas, you know, we need to be able to put our foot down and to realize, I notice this with a lot of my coaching clients, and this definitely comes up with me, that I want to always say yes. I want to, you know, I think it used to be from in like a lack mentality, where I always felt like, oh, when good things are happening, I didn't want to say no to anything. And now it's shifted, and I don't necessarily have that. I've healed that kind of belief around it, and I know that that's not the truth. And I think what creeps up for me now is really wanting to be of service to everyone, and realizing that saying yes to everything doesn't necessarily always mean being of service to everyone, and that I'm actually of higher service to people when I say no with love, when I don't have the time for it, when I say no with love to something that's going to make me depleted, because I'm not being of service to anyone if I run myself ragged, if I'm not taking care of me, because I can't put out the content. It becomes exhausting to do all these things that I'd love to do that normally flow naturally, like making these videos, like posting on Instagram, like posting on Facebook, like writing my blogs and writing all the different articles I write, working with my clients, writing my book, recording my show. When I'm not making me a priority, everything else suffers. I'm not able to shine my brightest. And that's true for everyone. When we don't take care of number one first, then no one gets us at our best, you know? And so in a way, it's like kind of rewiring this thought process that we have to think that saying no is selfish, because it's actually not selfish at all. It's really you striving to be, when you're at your best, when you're bringing your best energy into the world, when you're in your highest self, then you're contributing at the highest level. You can't contribute at the highest level if you're working yourself like a dog and you barely have time to meditate, you barely have time to get to your yoga class, you don't have time to eat a proper meal, you don't have time to just breathe and reflect and like take a minute perhaps in between meetings. You can't possibly be working at your highest self. So that's something that I've kind of come encounter with, and it's been much better than it used to be, like I said, but still, you know, I'm leaving for China in 10 days now, and it's something that popped up because I was trying to make sure I could fit everybody in and get all the meetings done before I left for China. And what do you know, I end up having like 9 meetings a day, and it gets kind of crazy. And today it was really eye-opening, because I actually stopped myself. I got up early to try to get some work done on my laptop before I had all my meetings. And it occurred to me maybe like 20 minutes after sitting down at my laptop. And I was like, you know what? You know what's a better use of this time? Go into yoga. Go into yoga, going to meditate, and taking this hour and a half that I have to just be with me, to just center in, to reconnect and replug and recharge. Because by trying to push through some emails, I'm not, taking advantage of that little nugget of time I have in the day to really nurture myself. And same thing, at the different increments along the day, I really took those moments that I had, even if it was a few minutes between appointments, even if it was, 15 minutes here and there, to really just soak it in and enjoy it. And I'm sorry that my phone is going off right now. I'm going to shut that off. But yeah, so I think, I hope that this is a PSA for you all to start getting more comfortable saying no, working your no muscle, and realize that you can say no with love, and that you're actually setting a great example for people. Because the few times that I have said, when I do have to step up and say no, and I say it and I let them know, I am sorry, but unfortunately I'm going to have to say no. I'm overextended that day, and I don't want to overcommit and not be able to give my highest energy to everyone. And it honestly, most of the time, blows people away. And they're like, oh my God, don't even worry about it. I totally get it. And I totally love that. I need to do that more. So when you are actually in that practice, you're setting an example for everyone else to really put themselves first, because they recognize it too. So I hope this was helpful. Start flexing those no muscles. You can do it. When you say no with love, you make way for the yeses that you really want in your life to come through, because you're saying yes to yourself, and that's sending an amazing message to the universe that it can trust you with bigger and more expansive things. So practice saying no. Let me know how it goes below. I want to hear from you. How's your journey to no going? And don't forget to subscribe so you can see a new video every day when you log into YouTube. As well as comment below and let me know if there's anything else you want me to talk about in these videos. I'm hosting a free Google Hangout this Wednesday on the 13th, so that's tomorrow. So it'll be at 8 o'clock, and you can sign up at the Eventbrite link below. And if you can't meet us there live, I will send you a copy of the event at the end of the night, so you can still check in and listen. And I'll be answering lots of questions about my coaching process and how I got started, and you can feel free to send me any questions you might have for me to answer then as well. So have a great night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.